We get a couple of claps going. Magic.
Why don't you just bend it and I'll clap the cheek?
Oh yes, now we're talking. Cold open. Hello!
Welcome to the Clap the Cheeks podcast.
Right. We've got a name, but
We don't have a name.
Just you can't say Kieran at films.
Chat GPT it. Nah,
Don't
use AI.
Don't.
We don't have a name yet. Don't use AI.
We'll figure it out.
Fuck AI.
This might be fucking awful and then we'll just never do it again.
It could be.
Could be this. Listen, you never know.
It's a trial and error.
You never know. Anyway, welcome to the inaugural episode of Here Is the Name. We'll have decided on a name by the time we put this out.
Kermit the Frog is not in the Epstein list.
Oh, good for him.
That should be the name of the pod.
You don't know that.
But he's not, I've checked.
He went through it. You've
He's
just
not released them all yet. So.
Well, he's
Well,
not in the first half of the Epstein files.
could come in my last minute winner.
I died. And it's Kermit.
Kermit by post!
Fucking hell.
Anyway, this is a podcast where we are allegedly going to talk about movies. My name's Jake.
I'm Aiden. Hello.
I'm Kieran.
And we like talking about films. We have an Instagram group chat with people who are less handsome than us, where we talk films. And nobody's as funny either, if we're being perfectly honest. So, we picked the real top three and decided to sit on my couch and talk about movies. Gentlemen, how are we getting on today?
I'm doing not bad now.
Better than I was at half time, isn't it?
No.
That was shocking.
It was
Yeah,
awful.
We got it in the end.
yeah, we all know what I did it. We all know what I did at
Have
half
you saw
time.
the video on Twitter? The Rangers fan behind the goal.
Oh, the
Aye,
goal.
laughing like
Grassed it.
that. His dad's sliding in and he's still at
Hey, what you're doing?
Aye.
Aye, I see it. I know what Jake was doing that.
it.
Aye. Snoozing.
Aye, that's if that's what you like, got.
Well, I did go for an nap after, so it's fine. Didn't worry about it, time myself out.
Yeah, I will say as well, I was meant to come here with the mic, but obviously
Yeah.
I forgot it. The only thing I bought, the only thing I was meant to bring.
And you've been cucked into
I've
the
got the wee door for me to do
So yeah, we are here to talk about films. We are here to talk about the movies, the pictures, as my granddad would say. We're here to talk about the Oscars specifically, with the Oscars coming up in 2 weeks.
2 weeks a day.
Was it the 16th March 15th or 16th?
Yeah,
15th
it's a Sunday, isn't it? So it's 2 weeks
Yeah.
today. Oscars in 2 weeks today. We're here to talk about the Oscars, our predictions, our favourites, some snubs, and some other just things like that. Now, I should say, as you know, in true fashion, to discuss the Academy Awards, as a member of the Academy, I did not watch all the films we were meant to talk about.
Yeah.
I started watching If I Had Legs, I would get to you today, and then I just never ended up finishing it because it was too much. It's a lot going on in that film. But I don't think it really changes my opinion on Best Actress.
Carrie Coon hates you. She loves watching every film and documenting on Twitter.
Yeah, no, and I'll get to it, but I think it was just too much. It was, put it on when I woke up, it's too much just happening all at once. Celtic getting beat, fucking that film going at
But you've
100
got
miles an hour.
actual Oscar voters that don't watch
Oh, aye.
them as well.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it's just the ones that they think that's their favourites.
Yeah. But yeah, in the spirit of the Academy, me and Aiden are at least one film down on all the films we're going to talk about today.
Yeah.
But
as the one with the actual film Instagram, I actually watched everything I was supposed to.
You have to though.
I have to.
Yeah.
It's my job. Well, it's not my
You
job.
have people meshing you.
I get paid to do things. now.
When is Wuthering Heights coming out? When are you going to review?
I was inundated with messages about Wuthering Heights,
Mhm.
and then I saw it yesterday, and I was bitterly disappointed.
Yeah.
I saw a tweet that said Emerald Fennel is Greta Gerwig's Wario, and I've been thinking about it a lot.
I'm much more preferred it to Saltburn, but I thought
It's better than Saltburn.
Saltburn was more enjoyable.
See, I enjoyed Saltburn, but like I've also not gone back to it because I'm like maybe the shock factor of him getting his tiger out right at the end as he's having a boogie.
I think that was the best part of the film, but I loved it.
That's all.
And
It's always
dancing.
shock factor.
It is,
It's not
it
as
is.
shocking as what anyone
But then
thinks. It's
Wuthering Heights had no shock. I just thought it was just easy going. I didn't think there was anything much.
quite cold. Like I
Yeah.
felt like the relationship between Heathcliff and Kathy was so fucking cool.
Yeah.
Like the
I
best
did enjoy
parts.
seeing them on the screen though. Thought it was nice.
They're good on screen together for like 20 minutes all in. But then the rest of it, the best chemistry is when they're not together.
Yeah. They're chasing each other. But yeah.
I might go see it tomorrow. I'll probably go see something tomorrow.
You don't need to. You don't have to.
Yeah.
You don't need to do it.
I'll just go see something. We'll find out. What did I go watch? Here it is. It's just going to say, stay in bed.
I had a
Stay in bed or a nap.
I had a nap again
So we can just go over the actual letterbox things and we can go through them each one if you want.
Yeah.
Do you want to start from the top one?
Well, I was thinking
we'll just away end on best picture.
Well, I don't know, because I'd say end on best picture, probably the best shout.
That's the big
I think probably big idea, probably just go over the big five than anything else.
Yeah.
Because I've not been entirely locked in on my animated short films this year, boys. I do apologise.
We're not going to go through all of them because there's some that none of us saw.
Yeah.
Documentary short films. No.
Yeah. Well, we start though with I don't know. Let's go supporting actor.
Supporting actor in a leading role. Benicio.
Supporting actor in a leading role, eh?
A supporting actor
in a leading role, yeah.
Supporting actor in a supporting role.
There we go.
Best actor in a supporting role.
Benicio del Toro, Jacob Elordi, Dale Lloyd, Lindo, Sean Penn, and Stellan Skarsgård.
Right. So what are we doing? Are we going predictions or are we going favourites first?
I think favourite first.
Right. Who's your favourite?
I think for me is Stellan Skarsgård. Sentimental value.
Yeah, I thought he was really good in that. My main takeaway from it is, I think possibly my favourite type of performance is Big Movie Bastard.
Just somebody that
but
Sean Penn, you mean then?
Yeah, so like a Sean Penn or I can't even know. I'm trying to think of on-screen bastards. Miss Trunchbull.
Miss
Trunchbull.
Gary Oldman when he plays a villain.
Yeah. But like, I didn't necessarily think because he doesn't fall into the movie bastard stereotype. He's just a dick. He's just a dick.
Scene of Sean Penn, I was like, he's so good at it.
Oh,
he's the way he walks, his face.
It's your political leanings that do that as well, because you're like, I fucking hate this.
When he's licking the comb,
so
I see when he combs his hair.
When he licks the comb.
I went to see an IMAX to see how big his what was it on his face?
It was like a clip, was it?
Yeah, it was a scab. It was it looked like herpes and all,
right?
Thing, and it was about that size. That's disgusting. But
did you see it science it?
No, I went Braehead.
What did you?
Yeah,
shout out Braehead. That's where I got Kevin. That's what I got.
Oh, you get him for was it Minions 2 or whatever?
Yeah, so I worked at the Odeon at Braehead for a while, and I was still living in Denniston because when I went for the.
What was your favourite film?
Paddington 2.
Of
yeah,
course,
obviously.
Of course.
And I had like people would come in to watch like whatever fucking just games with like I'd be checked out and be like Paddington 2 and I'm like yes,
it's a fucking
it's incredible.
I've never seen something. Not so either.
Both Paddingtons.
All three Paddingtons.
All three. What, Peru?
Yeah.
They done this by getting rid of Mrs. Brown.
Paddington and
Sally Hawkins will never be replaced in my mind.
Sally Hawkins as Mrs. Brown is my hear me out.
That's not hear me out in this house.
I get lambasted on a works night out for saying that.
I remember taking my full family to go see The Shape of Water, and I didn't know what it was going to be like, and I was sitting with my mum and everyone, and then in the bathtub. Yeah.
So I've still not seen it, because I don't know if I can watch Mrs. Brown get finger blasted by what's his name for Hellboy.
I don't think even she gets finger blasted. She gets webbed hands. How does that fucking
they don't show it
logistically? Just a slapping. Lots of splashing.
We're getting carried away.
I
didn't think Jacob Elordi really.
No, I really like Jacob Elordi, and he's not my favourite, and I do think out of the five, he's probably the.
It was like between him and Mescal. I think more surprised Mescal.
I really liked Elordi and Frankenstein, but
yeah, I think out of the five, he is my least favourite, but I did prefer him to Mescal and Hamnet, and I don't even necessarily think that he's bad in Hamnet. He is just. Gets fucking obliterated in every single scene that he's in.
Yeah. That scene in the attic, though, see when he's hammered.
Oh, yeah.
That was very
It's Romeo and Juliet, he's right. And he's so good in that scene.
Yeah, he's brilliant in that scene, to be fair. Here is, we'll just put it up on screen. This is my before I went into Hamnet. Here's my after I came out of Hamnet.
Mine was quite similar.
Yeah, it was good, but no, I think out of the five, it was always going to be coming down to one of them.
Yeah.
And realistically, out of the field this year, neither of them were getting it. I do think it is quite. It's like really stacked.
It's one of the strongest supporting roles.
Yeah, and then it kind of just felt like, and it's no disrespect to either of them in those roles, but it was just we need a fifth.
Yeah.
I don't feel that way about all these performances. I thought it was great.
So is that, were you putting him in your favourite? Or?
I wouldn't say he was my favourite, but I think he's a kind of slamming him a wee bit.
I still thought he was really good, but I think see when you compare him to the four that he's in there with, I think that's kind of where it draws from, just like the comparison of the fact that he's next to
Benicio del Toro.
It's getting to a point where the support roles are like a lot of these 50% of the film.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Skarsgård is like 75% of the
Aye.
full film. Like
Yeah.
he is the whole focus on sentimental value.
Yeah.
There's things that came out of that as well, like when they were talking about Ariana Grande for Wicked 2, they were going to put her in for supporting role. She carries the film.
Yeah,
She's
that's
the
her,
lead.
that's her
Mm.
film.
Same with the first Wicked as well.
Yeah.
Like she shouldn't have been in support.
Yeah.
If she was going to be anything, she should be in the lead role as well.
Yeah. But no, I do think, like, back to Skarsgård's performance specifically, like, he's not in that movie bastard archetype, but he's like just supposed to step down and be like the prick.
Yeah.
He's just such a good. I don't even want to say like he's like a rat, because he's not really. He's just sort of like, I like how
not to crack. Kind of
Yeah, and
eventually kind of it works your way towards it.
Yeah.
Then.
Yeah.
and I really like how clueless he is to it. I like just how completely.
But you
On
are
a
watching
layer.
it as well. Like you get a wee layer.
Yeah.
And like each
And
time
like
you get
as
to
the
see
film kind of goes, you see him like starting to reckon with
Yeah.
like what how he has been as a
Reality.
parent and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I thought he was absolutely fantastic, and he is again really high up for me. In terms of my favourite though, I do have to put Delroy Lindo in there. Like I think, like I thought Sinners was brilliant, and you know obviously there's been a lot of fucking revisionism around Sinners when what some people would probably say better films came out. But like I think him specifically is like, out of all the performances in it, he's the one I walked away being like, this is a start. And as well, it was weird because I feel like a lot of people who just can't be bothered to educate themselves about films didn't know who Delroy Lindo is. But
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
if you've watched,
like the Five Bloods.
yeah, if you've watched The Five
Or
Bloods,
even-
or if you've watched like Malcolm X, or you know, if you watch like, it's not even just necessarily black cinema, but if you just have a decent understanding of films, you will know who Delroy Lindo is. But at the same time, a lot of people, like, there's that really painful interview clip where someone's like, as an emerging artist, he's like, I'm 74 and I've been doing this for 50 years, never call me an emerging artist again. Like,
I think he's just a lot of people think he's just getting his flowers now.
yeah,
In a way, but his performance is deservedly.
yeah, and I
didn't
think
think he would get in as well. Like
when I saw it, I was really, like, just pleasantly surprised, I would say, because I absolutely think he should have been in there, but I
he missed out on
think,
BAFTAs, didn't he? If I'm right,
I
don't
think
he was
so.
nominated for that.
yeah, I think so. But, like, he to me is, like, I don't know, I don't want to necessarily say, like, the core of Sinners, because that's obviously Miles Keaton and Sammy.
Yeah.
But I think like he does so well to really sort of ground the film
Yeah.
in the terms of like, it is a bit, you know, when you strip it back, it's a big dumb goofy movie about vampires and blues music and fucking and rebel songs. Like that's at the end, I mean it rules. It's a great concept for a movie. But like I think him as Delta Slim, it's like it really sort of breaks down because there'll be people that go in to watch that, like gimps who will be like, oh, I don't watch a film if it couldn't happen in real life. Why would I watch Game of Thrones? Dragons aren't real. And
They are.
Cal the Dragon is real. I've seen him save penalties. but I feel like him in that role does a lot to, like, if anyone does go in guard up being like, oh, it's a movie about vampires, like watching him sort of break down the absurdity of it whilst never letting up and never taking it anything less than 100% serious is what really, I think, I don't want to necessarily say made the film for me, but like it's such a good part of it.
Yeah.
So he's like, to me, out of all of them, I don't want to say far and away my favourite, because I've never felt more represented on screen than when I saw Benicio del Toro get behind the wheel of a car with a drink in him.
Just a couple of small beers.
Yeah, just a few small beers, don't worry about it. I do not drive, so don't clip that.
I'd say my favourite was Stellan, but I think Sean Penn won the Oscar. That's what
Yeah,
I predict.
I think my prediction is also Sean Penn. What about you? Who's your favourite?
See, because you've got passion loyalty, I feel I need to defend them.
I don't.
No, you don't.
I do. I feel that.
No, you don't.
I feel like I have to, because I think his performance as Frankenstein is so well layered.
Oh, I think it is. I think he's brilliant, but like I do just think like out of the four there,
Yeah.
to me he does just. And this would have been the same with Mescal. To me, compared to the other four, it kind of just feels like, oh shit, we need five. Do you know what I mean?
Right. Okay.
That's
Yeah.
kind of where I come from. I might not have like worded it entirely the way I would want to, but like I do think, to me, he's the weakest of them, but he's by no means like weak in that film.
I think in terms of performance, like it's got to be Penn then,
Yeah.
purely. Like I do like Benicio, but because he's
It's
so.
Penn.
But I do like Benicio, but it is Penn. Just
Benicio's
because,
that good. Like it's
like you want to be
Benicio.
Sensei. You want to be Sensei.
Yeah, and I think as well, like with like with Benicio as well, he's old. What's his screen time? It's like 23 minutes or something.
I think less than that.
Is that?
I think it's
17?
less.
I think 17's ringing a bell for me.
Yeah.
Because it's 23 not Hopkins and Silence of the Lambs.
I might be right about that.
Because I know I've got 23 and I've got 17 in my head.
Mm-hmm.
So, and like kind of even with that, like what he's doing in that role is just, and I understand this, I guess, the point of a support role, but everything Benicio does is in service of Leo.
Yeah.
Pretty much everything he does, everything Sensei does is in service of pushing Bob's story forward. Whereas like Sean Penn's, carrying the entire, I don't want to necessarily say the B plot, but it's I suppose kind of the B plot, I guess the, it's kind of like that. So I do think Sean Penn's going to get it, and I think deservedly so. But for me, my favourite would be Delroy Lindo.
Favourite? If we're discounting a lot, I would say my favourite's probably Benicio, but who should win is Sean Penn.
Yeah. I think if I were to rank them in terms of my favourites, it would be Delroy, Benicio, probably Sean Penn, and there then Skarsgård, then Elordi. But I do think they were all really good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actress in a support role.
Yep, let's go on for that.
Ellie Fannin, Inga Ib's daughter Lilias, Amy Madigan, Wunmi Musaku, and Tiana Taylor. I loved Amy Madigan when I saw her. I just thought Weapons. Everything she done was just amazing.
She's batshit.
Like ridiculous.
Yeah, she's fantastic.
And then from when I watched it, I was like, I wonder who would like overtake how much I liked her in her role.
Yeah, I didn't buy into the Weapons hype at the time.
I did.
It's just I couldn't connect to it, like the bombastic.
I kind of knew what I was getting myself in for,
Yeah.
so I think that made it easier to watch. I think there's a lot of people didn't know, and then they're struggling
like
to
I hadn't seen like Barbarian.
gauge it, like how it's comedic near the end as well. They were expecting maybe more serious.
Yeah.
The trailer is like one of the best trailers I've watched.
Yeah,
It's just thriller. You
I
don't
think
know.
that-
very first trailer.
Yeah.
my experience of Sinners in the cinema, I went with my friend Casey, and we were sat there, and we just always like, just out and about, we'll always like just jokingly sit flirting with each other, just a bit. And we were in, there was two guys sat behind us, and I just kept the whole film going, and she kept moving my hand back because we were just doing it to like make each other laugh. And then like halfway through the film, I just heard back from this guy behind me just go, "Oh, fuck, he's gonna try it again. I think he's gonna try it. I think he's shut down. And he just turned his face, I was like, I think he's gonna try it again." And as soon as I heard that, I was like, just fucking non-stop.
Just to wind this guy up.
Yeah, but I to be fair, Amy Madigan in Sinners was fantastic, and I think as well, like it is.
Correct you. You've said Sinners twice.
So, fuck,
Sinners,
you know what I mean?
I know,
It's Weapons.
I was waiting on it.
Yeah, sorry. It's,
One is had to step in.
yeah, sorry guys.
I would say though, I think the best performance for me was Inga Ib's daughter in Sentimental Value.
She's so underrated.
Like it's
That's-
just not appreciated.
That's what I was going to say. She's my favourite out of the
It's
lot.
my favourite role.
And like I think in that film, especially when it was coming out, everyone was kind of talking about the other three big actors, and rightfully so. Everyone's fantastic, but like she underpins everything in that film. Like literally, the first thing I said to Maisie when we left was like, I've seen a lot of hype around everyone else, and rightfully so. But I was like, I've not seen enough
Don't give
about
enough
her
credit. Yeah.
because she is like, to me, in a kind of, I guess, in a similar but I guess different fashion to Delroy Lindo in Weapons.
It's like a binding force.
Yeah.
I said this to Kieran straight away. I thought every performance in the film was like the best that they've done in their careers.
Yeah.
Maybe not Renat, like
Worst person in the world.
worst person in the world, but everything was just perfect.
You really connected with Sentimental Value.
I was blown away when I watched it, and I didn't expect it to be that high. And I just thought I'm going to watch it just because of the nominations, and then it was more the days after.
I think
As soon as I
I'm
finished
kind of
it.
similar. Like I didn't really know a lot about it, and I'm not going to get into 19 minutes into the first episode of the podcast. But me and my dad had like a bit of a fraught relationship over the years. We're good now, but it kind of was coming and going. And like watching it, I just was like just being like, oh, shit,
Just,
this is
you see
fucking
it differently. You can understand it. You can relate to it.
And I think as well, like, not to turn this into a fucking therapy session, but like the older I've got, like me and my dad are like best pals now, pretty much. Like I think about like everything, and I kind of see that in that film.
Yeah.
I thought it was a really good film, but she's, to me, out of all of them there, she is my favourite. But back to Amy Madigan and Weapons.
Sinners.
I did also. I made a joke and I said something about that Delroy Lindo and Weapons, and then he's got it. Yeah, bastards. But Amy Madigan, I
forgot it. Just went picking it up.
But what I really liked about her performance in it is is how she balances like the over the top, just with like just genuine
What
like
made it complaint?
yeah, and like
Oh, it's so good.
how like see when she goes to
He has a touch of consumption. Like things
Yeah.
like that. Every scene.
but like see when she goes to like the principal's house and see like the bit when it just turns.
Yeah.
I remember going, I was like, oh, this is like, I'm like, she's brilliant, and then like I remember like just getting a chill
Could
down
I
my
have
back.
a rag? Like you just know where it's going. You're like,
Yeah,
waiting
you're
on
like,
it.
what the it's
What were
yeah.
you eating in that scene again?
Some
It
hot
was
dogs.
hot dogs. It was carrots with hummus as well.
Yeah.
Mini finger hot
Yeah.
dogs, wasn't there?
I
Was
thought
like
it was
eight
just the big glizzies.
or
and-
six.
Yeah,
Yeah,
'cause
because they're much bigger ones. Don't you?
Yeah, I prefer like a
The V ones, yeah.
glizzy.
Yeah, because it's not because oh my god, what's the guy, the director? I can't remember his name. I'm blanking.
Zach Cregger.
Zach
There you
Cregger.
go.
He obviously was in like a sketch comedy troupe with like I felt like passed away a couple of years ago, and there's like one of their most famous sketches is like the guy who eats 7 hot dogs for his breakfast. So that's what
Oh,
that
I read
was.
about that. Why
Yeah.
it was a reference as pal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like that scene when like you really start to see like the malice behind that
Yeah.
performance, I think is
Yeah.
fantastic. And then especially like the ending of it. Like,
Well, like the running through the.
Absolutely loved it. I was,
It's
I
yeah.
was screaming in the cinema.
yeah. But I thought she was fantastic. Out of all of them, I do think out of all of them, my favourite is probably Inga. I think she was fantastic. If I had to throw a prediction out, I think this is
I think it's probably Amy Madigan's.
I think it's Tiana Taylor's just because of what she's won leading up to it.
Do you think so?
And it's just it kind of sells it
think
a bit better for the voters.
this is the one for me that's like
I don't
maybe the
think she
hardest
should,
to
though.
I don't think she should.
No.
I don't believe she will either. I think it will be Amy Madigan's.
I think
I hope it
it's-
is. I really
Based
hope
on
it
like
is.
the love she's been getting, like universally.
Yeah, I think
But Demi Moore last year,
I know.
she didn't get the love.
yeah.
Like you don't know about that. I would hope it's Amy Madigan.
It's happened plenty of times over the years. Like you've had like people who've had like a run, and you
Yeah.
think it's their year.
Yes.
They should be the winner.
Yeah.
But it also feels like sometimes you get like a run where it's like an actress or an actor who's had like great roles over the years. They should have won maybe for something else, and then they just get it.
Yeah, I mean,
Because it's been like it's like an accumulation of a
it's,
career.
it's the Revenant factor, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's
Like,
the Revenant
Or
factor.
Scorsese and Departed.
Yeah.
Like something
Yeah.
like that.
It should have won for Goodfellas, so
Yeah.
we'll give you it for the party.
Yeah, and I think to be fair, I think out of all of them, this is like the hardest one to call.
Yeah.
I think. Again, I can see kind of everyone winning it, maybe except for Elle Fanning.
Yeah.
I think the one I see the most is probably Woman Misako. And again, I think she's absolutely fantastic.
She's
in that.
great.
She's
She's
incredible in that film.
Yeah. Kind of core of the film.
Yeah,
kind
she's
of,
like a heart.
the
like,
heart, the soul.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think like
She carries a lot of the weight into the film
Yeah.
as well because of like the like to what was it, stack
not smoke.
Smoke.
Because and the only reason I've remembered that is because my friend sent me a voice note crying after her third time watching it because she clicked on something that she's the only one that doesn't call him Smoke through the whole film,
Oh, but she says
and then what he's trying to light a cigarette as he's
Yeah,
dying,
and
and
she
she
says, "You got
goes
smoke on you."
yeah, she goes, I don't want any of that smoke on her baby.
yeah, that's the
And-
I was remembering that.
Yeah, but I think she's absolutely fantastic in it, and again, I also think she was probably my favourite performance out of them as well until I saw Sentimental Value.
Mhm.
But yeah, again, I think that is, like I say, probably the hardest one to call.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's pretty open. Like everyone's got like
Yeah,
a very good chance.
It is also one of the best Oscar years for
Yeah.
films in a
Yeah,
it's
in
been a
general.
good while.
it's been
a
it's
very
a
good
really
one.
good year.
Yeah.
I feel like we also just kind of did skip over Elle Fanning there. Like she is brilliant as well. She is really good in it.
She's
Also-
really, her understanding that it's not right for her. The role,
Yeah,
like,
the kind of
as an
journey
actor,
that-
never. I don't have the relationship.
Yeah,
I don't
the-
have the history of my family.
Yeah, and the journey that
Yeah.
she goes on throughout it, I think is great.
Yeah.
She also be drawing on her own experience for that as well, like as an actress.
Yeah, she dyed her hair and tried to speak like
Yeah.
was it Norwegian, like in
Yeah,
that
it's in
accent.
the
As if like
accent
that's
and
going
stuff.
to
I was like, oh,
I know that's part of some people's process
for you.
like to get into it, but some
I'm
people
not
doesn't
doing
want
it.
people to have that in you.
I will say as well, what a year for Elle Fanning with that and Predator Badlands, which I genuinely
love Badlands.
I was sat in the cinema.
I did not know you were going down that route. I didn't know where you were going.
I thought Badlands was great.
Are you going to talk about the scene with the jeans? And
I was like, what
Oh,
an incredible year for Elle Fanning with that, and then Predator Badlands.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on. It's a family friendly show.
We'll move on to snubbed ones like Badlands
Yeah.
later. Don't worry
Yeah.
about that.
I thought, and I know we are talking about the Oscars, but I went into Badlands just expecting it to be a lot of fun, and then I came out and I started reading people's like criticisms of it, and they were like, "Oh, there's no blood." I was like, "This is some of the most gruesome.
Predators shouldn't talk, and I'm
Yeah.
like, or be part of a group, or
Yeah.
as the owner. I was like, well, it's fun.
Yeah, it is, and I hate that, especially because like people like talk about like Predator having as if it's like some big prestige franchise. It's a nonsense film.
Have you seen Shane Black's Predator?
Oh, I genuinely
See near the end when the thing latched onto the scientist. I thought I'm watching like Bionicles Transformers. I was like,
the thing is, my
CGI mega.
my main takeaway from that film, which I hate, it's genuinely up there with like the films I hate the most ever. I'm such a fucking hater of that film.
It's so bad.
My main takeaway from that was, how the fuck do you follow the nice guys up with this?
That's what I was about to say. The best scene in the film was when, I can't remember his name, the black actor, but he had the Predator shooter on his shoulder and turns round and shoots. Blows his head. I was like,
Yes.
clean off.
But
blows shit smooth off. smooth off.
blow my shit smooth off quick.
Danny Rose wig.
Oh my god. You toupee.
But yeah, so for best actress in a sport role, like I say, I think we are, as a panel, all adore Inga, but
Inga, yeah.
But I do think it'll come down to Amy Madigan and Wumi Wasako. They're the kind of.
I think Amy and Tiana, just purely based on.
See, I kind of and I suppose I'll maybe go deeper into this with the snubs, but like, Tiana Taylor was great in that film, but when I saw that she was the one getting all the love, I'm like, really?
But they almost couldn't decide if it should be Chase Infinity for lead role.
Yeah, and I understand that's probably maybe where a lot of it comes from. Like, should Chase Infinity be in support or should she be in lead? I would personally say probably in support because it is Bob's film.
Yeah.
The film is about Bob and his sort of journey through it. But like, and it's not to say that you can't do a lot with not a lot of screen time. Obviously, we were talking about how good Benicio was. But like, I kind of think that like, I don't know, she
sets up the story.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And it creates the arc for even
but like she's sort of like, I don't want. She
passes the torch. She's not that standout. Like
she's like, I guess like less of a participant in it. She's more like a sort of passive factor.
Yeah.
When the film gets going, and I think that's maybe why I'm not like super into her, like, the idea of her getting all this award over Chase Infinity. And I get it comes down to what category should Chase Infinity have been nominated in.
Yeah. But
I was surprised when I saw her getting the award love as opposed to Chase.
I think people are just noting like she deserves some kind of recognition.
Oh yeah.
It's like one of her first. Was
yeah.
it her first film role?
First film.
Yeah.
But she'd been in like 2 series before that.
Yeah.
And then she puts in like that kind of level of performance.
Yeah. And she is an incredible performer. Like, even like her music's fucking incredible. I saw a tweet that made me laugh. It was like it was Paul Thomas Anderson got him sister and Tiana Taylor in his movie. That's a man who was deep into Reddit music over in 2019.
Was even through the film like this pussy don't pop for you, and then even that actress being one of the part of the group, or the French 75,
the Jungle Pussy.
I loved her scene when she
does
the bank house.
Yeah, the bank.
She stands up on like the counter and like walks across.
See my face, like going like that. But when the gunshot goes off and then it's just like pure. It's just a front
themselves.
Like, I'm holding the gun and she's just shaking.
Yeah, it's just a pure act. Like she gets up. So
it's one of my favourite films.
This is real power.
Yeah.
And then as soon as like shit hits the fan, your power's
gone. There's no control.
The thing is, I do really need to watch it again because
I saw it 6 times.
So
I'm
dying to see it again. So I went to go see it on the day that Cineworld closed up at Renfrew Street, and we were in and we were in like the seat with the screen with the recliners, and the seat I was in was broke. The legs were like half up, so I couldn't but that's how it's not even like that's as far as it would go.
Yeah.
It just wouldn't move either way. So
I had to dangle anyway when you sit.
Exactly.
Good cock position.
I'm there with my girlfriend who's like 4'10". I'm like, can we swap? I don't know if she'd have got up. So I'm just sat there, but like with like my feet like halfway to my chest for the whole film, just fucking struggling to get really comfy for like
trying to get your bowels moving, and that's it.
Genuinely, but like I do need to watch it because I had so much fun. I loved every second of it, but I also like every 5 minutes had to go right. Fucking let's try and
scoot up a bit.
Let's find if I can get comfy this way. No, this isn't working. But I am, dying to see it again.
Yeah, I think I've seen it 3 times, and I've not really changed my mind since the first time.
Yeah,
like, I saw it with my brother, and like there's so many just like one-off, like just a quick line, like the guy when he's on the phone and he's talking to was it Comrade Josh.
Oh, I still think my favourite part of the whole film, it makes me laugh even thinking about it, is when Bob forgets what he's meant to say and calls him a slur. He's like, I forgot my thing,
Yeah.
but I am going to call you a slur.
It's,
It's just so, and I think as well, like, and this is maybe a criticism I've had of Paul Thomas Anderson. Maybe I can go into this deeper when we talk about the best pictures, but I never really feel like his characters sound like real people a lot of the time. They all kind of sound like this is the idea of what.
Like Daniel Day-Lewis's iconic scene. Like if you saw that, that's not.
Yeah, and it's. I feel like a lot of.
Aye.
I feel like a lot of the way that he writes dialogue is he goes, in my mind, this is what this person would be.
It'll
As
look good in a book.
Yeah, sort of.
yeah.
And I really think that's one of the things that really stuck out to me about One Battle is the first time, and I don't know how long, but like I'm like, oh, these sound like real people in this film.
I suppose so. I mean,
There's scenes as well. Let's see what they call the white.
The Christmas Adventures.
Yeah.
See when they're talking about like the chicken joint getting robbed, and he's like, "Oh no, I love the chicken," like or something like that. I love the nuggets.
Yeah, but I think like specifically Bob, so that's just a real guy losing his
My
mind.
favourite scene was when he goes to meet Chasing his teacher and is getting like spoken to about her, about how like good she's been, and he's just sitting and he's just like he just starts
Are
crying.
you teaching them the real history?
Yeah.
He's like, "No, I'm just full of emotion."
Yeah.
Like, just go crying.
It's just this brilliant high out his fucking face.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just
so good.
ripping fat clouds in a
The
classroom.
needle drops in that film.
They're so good.
We'll go into the same one with like no other choices. Needle drops, I thought were the best ones, but the ones he used in that film were so good.
Yeah.
Ready or Not with Jackson 5's.
Oh, yeah.
Every time I hear it, just as soon as you hear it, I'm like, it's just freedom. Like, oh, and he's out. And what's he doing again? A wee Modelo.
Yeah. God bless.
Beautiful. Do you want to move on and then we can do like cinematography, score, and then move on and keep the last three
leads,
leads, and then
Yeah.
best picture.
So we do-
director, best picture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we do those and
Well,
we
we can
do our
move
snubs.
on quickly to sound actually, if you aren't
Yeah,
interested.
you had an interesting opinion on
So
this. I mean, you spoke.
I don't think it'll win, but Sirat is like very impressive as a film. It's just about in the desert with like EDM kind of house music. And it's completely like it's so unique. But I think we agree that it's probably going to end up being F1.
Yeah, probably.
Just for how they kind of manage it with the cars and the
Yeah.
noise, the score.
It's also a popularity situation. Like sometimes
Yeah,
I think it's what
down
Apple
to
are
who's seen it
selling.
most.
Like we can be an Oscar winner, and that's
Yeah.
the one.
Yeah, and I think as well-
as well.
I think maybe as well after, excuse me, like the successes they had with in terms of like nominations for like other films, but I don't think Apple have had a win for an original yet, have they? Did Lily Gladstone didn't win, did
No.
she?
No, she didn't win.
They didn't win
No.
anything.
No.
What was that, like 12 nominations?
Killers of the Flower Moon, I won.
Yeah.
nothing. Same with even Netflix with Irishman, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
12 or
no, I
something.
don't think they won
One
anything.
nothing.
Yeah,
as well.
so I think maybe even if
They
they
just
can,
want to have that mantle of being an
Yeah.
Oscar.
Like
So
an
I-
Academy Award winning.
yeah, so they can at
uh,
least they can then say like Apple Studios have the Oscar, even if it's you know the same way that the DCU has an Oscar for fucking get hair and costuming for the bad Suicide Squad movie. They can at least say
Wait, what's
we're
the bad
one?
one?
The one with
Okay, no, don't.
All my ready to figure it out.
It's
I
awful.
remember when that song came out and I was 16 years old and this is the best thing that's ever happened to music.
I don't know why, but that seems to remind me of like Suicide Squad. Was that?
Are we?
Are
we? What planet
are you on He's Go?
Are you here?
I saw it. My streams down.
Are you on He's Go?
I think I must be.
We were talking about. We're
literally talking about-
talking about
Imagine
Suicide
he was
Squad.
like, "Ah, wait, what's Suicide Squad?"
What band is it? Is it this Suicide Squad or Suicide Squad? James Gunn's Suicide Squad.
Move on quickly again, right? Visual effects. It's going to be Avatar again.
Yes, is that? It's a lock.
Probably.
Lost Bus. And you just watch that.
I watched the Lost Bus.
No, I still need to.
I got a lot of engagement from my Indian followers for the Lost Bus. It's got like 14,000 views on that one post, and it's like 58% Indian.
Well, if
Shout out to the Indian followers.
58% of 14,000 could watch this would
That'd
be
be
great.
great.
That'd be a lot of fun.
I mean, we could just do a full podcast on the Lost Bus and go
Yeah,
back
that would be with the Lost Bus cast.
in South Asia.
The Lost Bus podcast. That's hard to say.
Yeah.
Score.
What's on the list?
Jerskin Fendrix, Begonia. I'll just name it. Frankenstein, Hamlet, One Battle, and Sinners. My favourite
I
is
think for sorry, cut me
Notebook.
off. Yeah, I would say
It's the most obvious one as well.
yeah. I think he's going to win, but I think in terms of like, and I would listen to the Sinner score. I wouldn't listen to the Begonia score, but I think for the service to the film that it's in,
yeah.
the Begonia score is probably
Like
the
the end
best.
of the film when Emma Stone's trying to get back into
Yeah.
the building, and it's just the keeps
Yeah,
it
just
going up
ramps
its
up.
bag. Yeah, I thought it
Yeah,
was
I
brilliant.
would say it probably does the best in service of the film it's in, but I
Yeah.
don't think it's the best, if that makes sense.
I would also say I don't think One Battle score. The score makes the film as well.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that's part of it. This like merged together.
the-
The film's like the pulse.
It's-
Yeah,
it's
it shows
just-
the pulse of the film.
Especially like
going-
specifically
it's like a heartbeat
the
film.
road,
Yeah.
the road
Yeah.
with Johnny Greenwood just
So
It's
everything they
so
do-
simple as well. It's just like one
Just
piano note.
the
and
tick,
just
tick, tick when they're down in the road and then they come back up it, the score
Yeah.
elevates again. But yeah, we won't speak about Hamlet's needle drop with the most overused.
See the thing with that being in for score, like surely that's got like with
like Hans Zimmer
like,
for doing part two.
yeah, like,
like,
he couldn't do it because it was an
a
extension of
reused
doing part
something.
one.
Yeah,
Mm.
not buying it.
Yeah.
But I just think Ludwig, he's just going to steal it. It's so good. It's I think the most deserving.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah.
It's so funny, like when you remember that he like got a start on Community. Like people, like I was talking to someone about Community recently, and they're like, Community's not that good." I was like, first of all, wash your mouth out with soap. Two, it's for better or worse, given us the careers of so many people, including
I've
unfortunately.
got a real
Russo
soft
brothers.
spot for him. Like one of my Tenet is one of my favourite scores.
Yeah.
Like, it's just so different and unique.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, I love
But no, I think he will win it. But
Yeah.
I would, and it is my favourite. But I think in terms of the context of what the film needs,
Yeah.
going to score is
Yeah.
fantastic.
He's on a bit of a run as well, is he not?
Ludwig.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like just Oppenheimer.
Yeah, he had Oppenheimer.
He won for Oppenheimer. Did he win for Tenet as well?
No, he didn't win. He was nominated, but he won.
Was he nominated for one of the Black
He
Panthers?
won Black Panther's first one.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
And then he's doing the Odyssey as well.
Didn't know this next.
Because I remember when he won for Black Panther, there was like a lot of performative, middle class white
Like
people being
similar
like, "What do you mean?"
sinners.
I'm like,
Just
yeah,
the exact same.
I'm like, "Yeah, listen,
Yeah.
he's not in the film. Ludwig wasn't playing T'Challa."
Well, that would have been a choice.
Yeah, it's like when they recast him as Ryan Gosling for the next one.
Yeah.
I love that picture. They just sound
It's-
And the full Black Panther regalia.
It's the one. It's not even that. It's like the fucking 280p GIF when the mask comes off and it's just.
Do you remember the one? What's her name? The woman that was up for president with Trump there.
Oh,
I'm Kamala Harris and I
yeah.
approve this message. Have you saw
Oh,
that?
yeah.
Just-
It's the what Gen Alpha's Pokemon go to the polls. That's their version of that.
Yeah. Do you want to go into writing? Screenplays. We can kind of loosely go on it if you want.
Yeah, yeah,
It was
yeah.
adapted screenplays with Begonia, Frankenstein, Hamlet, One Battle, and Train Dreams.
Yeah.
I mean, I really like Train Dreams.
I also really enjoyed Train Dreams. I've got a wee list on my letterbox and I'm keeping a tab of all the films that made me cry this year.
All sad boy films.
Yeah, it's just every film that's made me cry this year, and I didn't cry at Train Dreams, but I think if they had just 10 more seconds of him in that plane, it would have.
That ending montage was just so.
Yeah,
when the sun hits someone.
The bit, it's when it goes. It's the bit when it's like he hadn't seen his reflection in 40 years. And I was like, what? I just started being like, oh my poor baby. He's only a little boy. He's an old man with a grey beard. I'm like, he's a little boy.
Do a barrel roll, London on.
But like that, like I'm actually like talking about it now. I feel myself getting emotional about it. Like I think if there's 10 more seconds of footage in that film, I'd have been on this couch in the field position. In fact, sat exactly where I am right now, I would have just been like this, fucking rocking back and forth.
It's a kind of tough one. It's kind of up in the air. I don't know. Like One Battle won the BAFTA for with the
Yeah.
Golden Globe for
Golden Globe,
yeah.
adapted. I don't know.
I don't know,
Again,
I
I
think-
think just more because of previous
Yeah.
ones that would take it.
See, and I think with this, it's kind of, and I know it's not always the case, but it also kind of feels like for whatever is going to win Best Picture is almost always going to win Best Director. It's almost always going to win either adapted or original screenplay as well.
Yeah.
So, not to necessarily give away a spoiler for later on in the video, I think based off the back of that, it feels fairly
Yeah.
safe to me that One Battle's going to
Like
win that
Sean
as well.
Baker. I think when I watched it, I didn't think Anora was the standout for Best Picture. But when it was taking all of them, the big five, it wasn't the big five, but he took what
He was like a
the
big
writing, direct, editing as well. I think he did.
Yeah.
Like small dominoes. building
Everything
up to,
I
like, a
could
big
just
one.
see it leading up. I was like, it's going to then win it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just had the momentum on the night.
Yeah.
Yeah,
just
and I
tell what's
think,
gonna happen.
like I say, sort of not to give away my spoiler and what
Don't spoil it. We've not
But-
spoiled it.
so what I will say, I would say probably One Battle for me is my prediction for
Yeah.
that.
going on to the original one, right? Me and you have a soft spot for this Blue Moon.
Yeah, I love Blue Moon.
I wasn't
Anything with Ethan Hawke in it.
I
I
messaged him during it. I was like, I'm mesmerised by Ethan Hawke.
Yeah,
I'm,
I thought like
just
he,
blew
I
away.
thought he was fantastic in it, and I
It's
also,
a nice film. It's not
So I-
an Oscar-winning film.
I absolutely, and I absolutely love Ethan Hawke. We share the same birthday, so that's my guy.
When's your birthday?
November 6th. Couple Scorpio Kings. And
Ethan-
listen, Ethan, thank you so much for
Thanks,
making a pro Short King movie. But
See when
I
he's
think-
up on the, see when he climbs up to go
Yeah.
to the stool.
Are we talking about Jake? Or are we talking about Ethan
We're
Hawke?
talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you climbed up on the
He
stool.
climbed up on the couch.
Yeah, similar hairlines as well.
And your legs were just.
Oh, the hairline was solid. I told, like, every time I watch a film, I'll then like go on IMDb and look at all the wee facts. And
Yeah.
I was like, do you
Like the trivia bit.
when he shaved his head, he's not actually shaved it. And they're like, oh, right.
Alright.
I was
See,
watching. I'm like, that's so cool.
I'm that guy in the cinema where, like, if I remember a fact, I will need to turn to you and I will tell you exactly what
Yeah.
I think of it. I seen it was a TikTok, was it Mike Rice on TikTok the other day? It was like desperate to say to like a girl he was on a date with that like I have this interesting fact about this film, but if I say it, I know I'm going to ruin it. And it just ruined the full date.
I did it for my sister. I'd spoiled it by accident. It was Materialists, and it was when she pulls the covers off and sees his legs.
Scars,
And I said to her, I was like, do you know what that means? And she's like, no. I'm like, leg extensions. And then the next scene is them saying it. And she's like, you've just spoiled that for me. I'm like, how could you not tell that?
you know what height was in it? It was like 5
What
5
was
foot.
it? Stand up, Jake. I cannot.
Let's
We'll
see
move
the
on,
scars
sorry.
because you used to be 4'8".
No, I'm actually
From the groin to the ankle, full like, all you had was Deadpool when he gets his body chopped, he's just going to be baby feet.
Because when I first met you, with a scaffold around your legs because you just had like.
I was
Oh.
actually on stilts.
Right, move on. I've not saw this, but it was just an accident. And
I've seen it.
Yeah, Marty Supreme, Sentimental Value, and Sinners. I think the best written one is Sentimental Value.
I think it's between that and Sinners.
I think Sinners will win it.
I think Sinners will win it.
Yeah.
It's between those two for me though.
I
It's
think
sweeping up
it's
elsewhere.
got the Oscar love. It's
Yeah.
got the.
Yeah.
It's. I'm not saying it's Oscar bait like at all, but
Yeah.
it's just.
It's got the cultural love as well.
It's a very much appreciated. So I think
And
we
it-
all agree it's Sinners probably.
Yeah, and again, kind of to go back to what I was saying earlier about with Academy voters not watching everything, Sinners is a movie that you can't have missed.
You
Yeah.
can't escape it.
Whereas like something like Sentimental Value, it didn't go to every cinema. It's on, you know what I mean? It's kind of one of those ones that like, I don't want to necessarily say easy to miss, but like, it's something that you can
Well, I
just...
always check it in Odeon when films come out, and like I would only have one screen
Yeah.
showing a day.
And like, people like
Sinners
us...
is
So I think I saw
Yeah.
a showcase and it was on like a Monday and you had to be there at
7:20 or
something
something. Yeah.
one time.
Yeah, and you know, for films like that, obviously, we'll go see these things.
Yeah.
I went through to Edinburgh to the
Yeah.
Film House, I think it's called, with Maisie. We went there to go see it, but like Maisie was like, I'm dying to see it, and it's oh fuck, excuse me, she was like, it's in this cinema.
She cough as well.
This is verbatim.
And you can quote her on that.
Cough,
Aye.
whooping coffee and bum.
But like she kind of said it was like, if we want to go see it,
That's because
We
you
have to
know
go on
films
this
as
day.
well. Do you know what I
yeah,
mean?
and that's what I'm saying. People like us,
It's only until you watch it and it's word of mouth trying to tell people you have to. But then they need to be available 7:20
yeah,
on a random day as well.
And
It's
they
hard.
need to be open to see
It's
these
hard.
films, but there's a lot of people who just as
Subtitle.
and
Like,
I think as well
yeah.
with Sinners, I think Sinners is. I don't want to necessarily say a hard sell, but without the director of Black Panther tag attached to it.
yeah.
That is a
Michael
hard
B.
sell.
Jordan as well.
Yeah, like what do you know what I mean? It is quite a hard sell, and I think the thing that was pushing sentimental value was Elle Fanning, it was Stellan Skarsgård, but like having for like people who are just out and about seeing a poster that goes, oh, guy who did Black Panther, he's got a new one, go see that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see like no like discredit to it or anything, but you see Renata Rinsey's name on a poster that doesn't jump out to like the average.
Yeah,
But it
go
does. Then it does.
But it does
Yeah,
to us because
but
we've seen like Worst Person in the World,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
we know,
it's things
we know
like
what
that.
things she can do
Or
on screen.
Backgrounds coming out.
yeah.
I was really surprised she was going to be in a film like that. I didn't expect to get someone like her.
It's her and Ejiofor, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should tell.
I should tell you.
Yeah, I think he's brilliant.
See, is it the operative in Serenity? Is it Serenity?
I just can't stop thinking of him from Doctor Strange, and I just
Was
don't.
Serenity an extension of Firefly?
Oh yeah.
He's the operative in Serenity.
Yeah, I've not watched Serenity
He's a
in years.
tremendous villain in that.
I just watched over Christmas. Me and my mum were sitting and watching Love Actually, and I always forget he's in it. And then I see like, oh, there he is, because I just forget he's been around for forever.
Oh, yeah. He's getting like cucked by Kate Ridley and
Like, listen, you're not a good person. Showing up to your best pal's wedding and being like, I'm gonna pump your missus. Surely,
I'm suggested. Aiden's getting married this year.
But surely if you know that, you go, hey, maybe I'm not the best person to be your best man.
Probably not.
I'm busy that day.
It's pretty much Aiden.
I'll get us back on track, right? Just move on, right? Okay. Production design.
I know you're trying to
Frankenstein, Hamnet, Marty Supreme, One Battle, and Sinners Again.
I'd say it's got to be Frankenstein. For that. It's got to be Frankenstein.
The practicality of it all.
Frankenstein was very good.
Yeah,
very good for that.
The ship and all that.
Sinners is just based around the barn,
scenes.
And that's not much of production.
And I think as well, like, and it's obviously because Netflix just said Guillermo, fire away.
Yeah.
But like, it was really refreshing to me to see Netflix instead of being like, oh, we could stand in a cupboard with a big green wall. They were like, nah,
just do this on the volume.
Yeah, like giving him the freedom to make it as big and as weird as possible.
Yeah,
which I loved because I fucking love Guillermo del Toro.
Like that. Yeah, that full set of like the lab.
Yeah,
like,
that's when
purpose built.
Like when
even the ship's
amazing. Yeah, like when you mentioned obviously that for productions, like the first image that comes to my mind, it's the fucking big coils on the pillars and it's just Oscar Isaac stood in the middle of them, like the one that's on the backdrop for Netflix. Like, that's the image that came to mind, and it's got to be that.
Inspired by the Wallace Monument.
Oh yeah, so it is.
Shout out Wallace Monument.
Not going to start a shout out Stirling.
Did not shout out Stirling.
I'm going to shout out Stirling, Ken.
Yeah, there's nothing to do with Stirling.
I know Maisie lived there for a while, and I'd literally just get the bus and have to walk through the artwork to go to town.
But have you seen like I remember a video like it was Oscar Isaac talking about like how the machinery like in that scene wasn't heavy, and he had to like mould that in his performance, like how heavy the machine was when it was like me lifting a pillow of a couch, and that it just immerses you in the world. Like so much better than like just here. In the Mandalorian and Grogu, and just stick you on the volume.
Well, I feel like for production with Wuthering Heights, that was probably one of the main standouts. Design as well, but nothing else.
Yeah. As I've said in my review, and I've said to you as well, it's a very expensive, very long perfume ad.
Yeah.
And I can completely see that, and like even though I've still not seen it, like you
can just tell the trailer some of it in that way as well. I was just like, guys, the costume, it's nothing of the book. It's just,
and I suppose people have been like the defenders of it, and like that's why it's in the speech marks. Then just make a horny period piece then.
Yeah, it doesn't need to be attached to a very famous book.
That's why she's put it in quotation
to sell it.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, and I understand that she's done that. Like, this is my interpretation of it. But like I say, no one is stopping you from making a horny period piece.
No. You could just call it horny period piece.
You could do.
Instead of taking the Wuthering Heights moniker.
I saw I think the top, like the most liked review on Letterboxd is like Emily Bronte died of tuberculosis, and this is the worst. 177 years ago, this is the worst thing that happened to her. It's tremendous. Yeah.
Some of the bad reviews of that are wonderful.
And also some of the Letterboxd, see the viral ones when you click and after you're looking at a film, you're like,
I've got the most liked review for, I believe it's Mike Rice's Nasty Character. So
one like
it's like 8. and I saw that someone else had 7, so I got music going like.
see when you start getting all the notifications that you've like got on something on Letterboxd, you're like, oh my god, that's amazing.
You get more likes to like I'm famous.
Oh yeah,
I've made it.
That's what emboldened us to make a fucking movie.
You're phoning out the message, you're like, you can stop working. I'm going to look after this.
And you can also like it as well, so I'm ahead.
That's as soon as I saw it was number one on Irish comedian stand-up show on Letterboxd, I was like, I need a fucking movie podcast pronto.
Well, I commented on his TikTok the other day, got 8 likes. I was like, yeah, I'm basically my racist friend.
Yeah.
Moving on, right? Film editing, okay. Formula 1, Marty Supreme, One Battle, Sentimental Value, and Sinners. My favourite, I think, is One Battle, just because of the length of film.
Yeah, I would say One Battle, but I think maybe Marty Supreme here because it just, I don't know, One Battle is the same, but Marty Supreme just kind of doesn't stop when it gets going. And I think because I don't think it's going to win a lot elsewhere because it is my favourite film of last year. It's the film I enjoyed the most from last year, but I don't necessarily think it's the best film from last year.
Yeah.
I think it'll probably win for editing here.
I think you're probably going to end up being right for that. I would
Yeah.
say so.
I
just think similar to One Battle, like something like Oppenheimer, how long it is, and the editing's the thing that keeps you engaged.
Yeah.
Also, if you could point to a scene in like One Battle, you can point to the road scene. You can point to like the bit where he's going over the roofs as like stellar from an editing standpoint.
You also know where people are every scene as well.
It's very clear, like how it's cut together.
Yeah.
So I always think back to what was it, the Bohemian Rhapsody's editing one.
Oh,
and it's the
that's
dinner
like
table one.
77
So like,
different
they're getting
cuts.
there's about 8 people at a table and they're cutting, and you can't tell who's looking at who and where in that one.
Because they're all looking in different directions. Like Freddie Mercury's looking well.
His eyes are look that way anyway.
Rami Malek's looking at is it Mike Myers?
Aye.
And then
he's away and
he's over there, and then
over
it's over here, and you're like, people are getting whiplash trying to keep an eye on this.
Yeah.
But yeah, that probably will be Mark Supreme.
Yeah, I can see it being Marty Supreme. And again, I just think it's because kind of similar to One Battle, when Marty Supreme stops, it just kind of constantly stays in motion.
Yeah.
But I think it's, and maybe just down to the length of One Battle, there are more lulls just naturally with it being like a near 3-hour film.
Yeah.
Marty Supreme's also quite long, but I think Marty Supreme, again, I kind of, and I'll talk about this more when we actually talk about it like properly later, but like going into it, I was like, there is no way this film is going to give me the traditional Safdie Brothers pit in my stomach. About 4 times in the Ping Pong movie, I had it.
Just it's very similar to Uncut Gems in that way.
Yeah.
Like it's dread. It's just what's next. What's next.
Yeah. It's just an anxiety attack.
I think it is just complete Oscar bait for Chalamet to win it.
I can see that. Like I say,
The film's very, very good. And
Yeah.
I absolutely loved it, but I think they made it to get Chalamet to win the Oscar in a way as well.
I can kind of see that, especially because it's like it's been in production for so long. I think it's probably the more respect he's got, maybe the more that's molded it in terms of them being like, right, we now need to like make a thing to prove that he is.
He's talked the talk and they've made it. He's backed it up as well with his performance.
Well, I'll go get my fake Marty Supreme jacket, doesn't it fit?
Oh, can I try it on? I might buy it off you.
Okay.
I'll try it on. Yeah. I'm buying it off. I'm sorry, I've dipped it first. So
We'll call it as blue.
it's blue, navy blue.
Yeah,
One.
No, it's a black one.
Is it black one? Yeah.
Oh, is it black?
Oh,
Right.
too late.
I'll fight you for it.
No,
Kiss him for it.
We can.
we'll do it at the end. We'll do it at the
Yeah.
end. We'll just tussle.
Have you
Clothes on? No.
You've got a pad on, don't you?
It's
We
fine.
can make one.
We'll go to the bath.
We can go and get
You can
jelly
just
out
you
of
can just spit on us. Drilling. Right. Sorry. Moving on. Right. I'll.
it. Stop bringing us back.
Sorry. Costume design. I think again when you say production as well, you'd think maybe even costumes with Frankenstein. Marty Supreme had very good ones.
When you say costumes, then Marty Supreme is the first one that came to my mind.
Every piece of clothing that like Chalamet wore.
This is great.
And I also think like out with that, like even what Tyler was wearing was fantastic. Like the outfits Tyler had, I thought were really good.
Yeah.
And I liked it,
They're so
especially
simple as well.
Yeah.
Gwyneth Paltrow's outfits.
And I think as well, like you can kind of, especially like when Marty has like, obviously he's struggling, but like he has like a bit of money, even though he's trying to get more obviously throughout the film. You can kind of even see the disparity between him and Tyler's character, between just like Tyler's is just all beat up because it's old, whereas Marty's is beat up because he's been running around like a fucking idiot.
Yeah, they should win purely for the pink pajamas during the Harlem Globetrotters scenes, like during the halftime show.
Yeah.
Pink pajamas are great. They're like satin.
Yeah.
I think I'd watched Semi Pro not too long before I went to go see it and see when he's fucking playing ping pong with the walrus or whatever. I could just all I could think about was Jackie Moon wrestling the bear.
Going back to, I actually remember with the score, I thought Mark Supreme's score was hard to be snubbed.
I've been looking to get it on vinyl because there's the orange ping pong ball.
I think it's probably my most listened to album this year.
It was the scene I remember really well was when he was on the phone to Gwyneth and he says about the apple. The bowl, and it's the way the score keeps going up. And then when it's her then walking to go watch him play ping pong,
It's kind of like mystical.
it just keeps going up and up.
I don't have many movie soundtrack vinyls, despite the fucking sheer amount I've got over there. I've got the Minions Rise of Gru soundtrack. It's also
Shout out
Kevin, that's my boy. But like I have been looking to get the Sinners soundtrack and score, and I've also been looking to get the Marty Supreme one as well. Because I think they're both fantastic.
Have you seen the Wuthering Heights one? And it's just like it's just spunk.
Is that what it is?
Vinyl.
I don't know about that, but I know that
Could it not be an egg?
It's white milk.
Yeah, because I know it's like a liquid vinyl. Because I know
it's liquid.
I know Blood Records did did that for the Saltburn score
Oh,
a few
yeah,
years ago.
actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And speaking of incredible things, Preston Records. have you
Saltburn
ever-
score as well.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Have you ever? Let's just put this in again. But have you ever heard of Private Function, the Australian punk band?
No.
They like do these incredible pressings of records, and their album a few years ago, allegedly has real bags of speed pressed into it,
Nice.
which they can't sell outside of Australia. And they're like, no, it's just we promise it's baby powder. And they're like, well, in the initial press release, you said this is the ends of your bags of speed that you've pressed into 100 records.
They take it, put it in it
And on their last record, there was a piss filled vinyl.
now. Nice.
Yeah, I'll buy that. Thanks.
But going back to the Market Supreme one, like you said that the Apple scene, like stood out to you, the Holocaust honey scene.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
the
I was about to make that joke when we were speaking about costumes of Mark Supremes, and I was like, yeah, the honey outfit.
yeah.
That, yeah, again with the score.
Yeah,
like,
the-
just
yeah.
it was
The track is called
and it just
Holocaust
keeps
Honey.
going. Yeah,
Aye, and it's phenomenal.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed
That was
that.
my gamer tag back in the day.
Holocaust honey.
Mine was I was going to say like the Epstein. What was he playing in COD? I probably kept. I'm not. Moving on, right?
Probably in a party room.
Moving on. Yeah,
You've been the Epstein parties.
he was probably in my chat in Black Ops.
Oh, yeah.
I
I
mean,
mean, my game of time was just my name, so I'm probably in this one.
mine was my full name, and I remember I played somebody on FIFA, and the guy then found me on Facebook.
Yeah, I've had that a few times.
Yeah, but I'm going to get you.
My current PSN name is my full name.
Mine was, and my year, Ian Higgins.
Oh no, I don't do that.
1987.
No.
I had to change it. I just put A Higgins. I was like, they'll never figure it out.
I keep that age out of it so that like we 12-year-old guys don't know that they're beating like a near 30-year-old
When I
man.
still play FIFA in the lab, 29 years old, still playing FIFA. I'm like,
I'm
sorry.
like I'm
And
doing,
you get beat off a 29-year-old.
I know, but like I'm doing like a full Scotland Evo team, a multi team, and I don't need wee guys running the shit out
Nah.
of me,
Yeah, fair.
knowing that I've evened up.
Moving on.
Thanks.
Okay. Cinematography. Frankenstein, Mark Supreme, One Battle, Sinners, and Train Dreams.
Train Dreams.
Train Dreams.
It's easy.
Yeah, I think Train Dreams.
For me, it is easily the most gorgeous film of last year.
And I think as well, not necessarily to talk about like obviously a lot of the films doing so much with like their production design and building all these sets. Train Dreams, they're just out and about. They're just
think
out in the woods.
Train Dreams' main, like, the strongest point of the film is the cinematography.
Mhm.
Like, that's the best part. The
Yeah.
score as well is very
Yeah.
good.
I think that those two coupled with like Joe Edgerton's like it's a very muted
I think
performance.
they made the
Yeah.
film for showing these things, and
Yeah.
it works very
It
well.
does, like, in a way, kind of feel like and I don't. This kind of makes it seem like I'm discounting because I think it's incredible, but like there are parts of it where like it's almost like a showreel for the cinematographer at times. You know,
Yeah.
a lot of
Yeah.
it feels like look at the composition of these shots. Hire me for
kind
something else.
Kenneth Smallick kind of films in a way.
Yeah.
that kind of
Yeah,
feel like
but
that.
like I thought it was
It's-
a
it's
gorgeous film.
If someone describes something to you in a book, come to life, and
Yeah.
then with the narration over the top of it as well,
Yeah,
it just adds to the whole the beauty of it all.
yeah, definitely.
I very much appreciated like Sinners cinematography.
Yeah.
Well, especially with Miles Catton's scene where it's
Yeah.
just showing all the.
Yeah, the generations and stuff.
I think it's more then down to the score.
Yeah,
yeah.
And to be
Like,
fair,
like pulling it all together.
what I really liked about Sinners as well is the cinematography. I liked the scene on the high street when they go to get all the stocks for the party,
Oh yeah,
and I think that scene because there's like quite a
It's
it's
a long
always-
take, isn't it?
yeah, there's
He
like a
goes in
long
at the
take
shops,
where he's in the shop and he's kind
takes
of
the
getting all
wee
the
girl
stuff.
to keep
Aye.
the.
from when he gets out the car as well. and all
Yeah,
that,
it's
like,
kinda-
Until he
the
shoots
truck.
the guy.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just like
Yeah.
4
It's
minutes.
a long take.
And
Yeah.
I like that's the kind of thing when I think of Sinners in the terms of cinematography, it's kind of what I say like. When we mention production design, I think right to Frankenstein. When I think of cinematography, I think Train Dreams first, but when I think Sinners, I think specifically that scene.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah, again, I'm a lot less moving parts than like the juke joint scene, obviously, but that's the one that kind of sticks out more
Mhm.
because there's not loads and loads going on, but you are just so engrossed in it.
Yeah. This is a kind of weird one with casting. It doesn't make sense to me. I'll explain why after it. Hamnet, Mark Supreme, One Battle, Secret Agent, and Sinners. Now, Sentimental Value has like the most for acting
Yeah.
acting
Yeah.
It's
nominations,
not the
and
cast.
that's avoided. It doesn't
Yeah.
make sense.
Yeah,
So I don't know how they'll do
But
it.
what would you take out of there for sentimental value?
It's hard, isn't it? It's actually really hard.
Yeah, because they're all so good.
I'll disagree. Like you're right, because like if I think of Hamnet, the sons, the two of them
Yeah.
that play,
They're phenomenal.
They're
They're actual sons in real life.
Yeah,
And
they're brothers, yeah.
Yeah, two brothers.
Secret Agent, everyone is like actual
Down to the
persons
details,
as
like
well.
the
Yeah.
fourth,
They're
like
real
the
people
fourth
like
tier of character.
that did that role, yeah.
Yeah.
And Sinners has like everyone pulls their weight through
Yeah.
one battle, same again.
Yeah.
So it's if there was a 6 nomination, I'd send them out battle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'd
should have been
say
there with the set.
probably for that.
It's probably going to end up being
I think Sinners,
Or
yeah.
Secret Agent got like a lot of pull for it at the start. I remember when that came out.
But
Yeah.
also comes down to who's seen it.
Yeah.
As well.
Because a lot of the Academy will just gloss over it because it's
Yeah.
a brilliant film. It's in Portuguese
Yeah.
Yeah.
And German.
and German.
Watched it the other night.
I thought it was going to be much more differently set out than what I thought.
Yeah.
I thought that near the end was very good, and I expected it. It was a slow burner. It was like
Yeah.
a thriller.
We have hit an hour,
Okay.
so we jump into our snubs, jump into
Sure.
our actors, and then Best Picture. If we're talking about snubs, we just do snubs first.
Yeah.
Biggest snub,
I mean, you agreed on this, I think.
no other choice.
Easy.
Like it's just
Yeah. I
Everything
think
about it's been massive.
even
casting.
best actors.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
big time.
And I think for me, in terms of like, I had a list of snubs on my phone, but my phone's over there recording as a backup. So, and I forgot to write it down because I'm an idiot. But like, to me, we spoke about it, Chase Infinity, I think, is a massive snub.
Yeah.
I also think Josh Brolin snubbed twice.
For weapons and
Wake Up There Man.
oh yeah.
Yeah. Josh Brolin got snubbed twice in that, I think. And I don't necessarily know who I would. Again, I think Josh Brolin then kind of comes down to me. It's that sort of that like area with Elordi, with Mescal. Josh Brolin's kind of in there, and I think if Elordi wasn't there, I would have said snub. Again, Mescal not being there, I don't necessarily think it's a snub. I don't think it's his best, but I still also see where people say snub for it as well. Like I think whoever out of that sort of group of actors didn't get it,
I would also put
I would put forward.
Jesse Plemons over
Paul
Paul Mescal.
Yeah.
Not Paul
Yeah.
Mescal wasn't nominated.
No, he wasn't.
he's not.
Over maybe one of them.
Yeah, Clemens as well.
was so
And
good.
also, what's her name? Ruth from Ozarks. I can't remember her name.
And weapons.
Yeah, I thought she was great as well.
I'm forgetting her name.
Uh,
You know that way it's on the tip of my tongue.
yeah, Tony Collette, but it's not.
It's not
Julia.
Julia Garner.
Julia
Julia Garner.
Yeah.
In terms of what else, I was thinking I've got a list on my phone, I can't remember. Here's a screenshot of it.
Ariana
Wasn't
Grande,
great.
maybe even that one as well, but I
Not
think that was just a sell, a dream for a lot of people, but it's
Yeah.
never going to be
Yeah.
But I think the
Aye.
performance of her performance in Wicked, the first
the
Wicked,
first one.
is kind of carried over.
Yeah.
And like it feels like the same.
If you didn't win it for one,
Yeah,
you're
you
not
might
going to
win
get
it for-
anywhere for the set part two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think, and then as well, just in terms of like snubs. Actually, again, I don't think there was any way she would have got nominated because of the film that it was.
Mhm.
But like Rachel Brosnahan had one of my favourite performances of last year. I thought she was absolutely fucking fantastic in Superman.
Yeah.
And again, it's one of those ones that like,
It's one of the best castings.
She embodies like
Yeah.
Lois.
Yeah.
and I think it's like, to me, I'd like it's, she wasn't going to get nominated because it's Superman and people would have turned their nose up at it. For people to get a nomination for a superhero film, you have to be like Ledger in the Dark Knight, or like even Angela Bassett in
Yeah.
Forever.
I thought she was like going to win it when I was watching it.
But,
See
like,
that court scene when she's
Yeah.
like, "I've lost my son.
Yeah,
My son's gone."
But like, and I also think like, so you kind of need to, for like a performance for a superhero film to be nominated, you kind of need to have like the gravity of a scene like
Like
that.
Heath Ledger.
Yeah, or like the
I'm sorry. You think he would have won if he didn't die?
what was he up
Who-
against?
who's in
That's,
the category?
yeah, that's the thing.
But I thought that when I saw
2008,
it.
so you're up against what?
I don't know. I can say it. Search if you want.
Yeah. But I just kind of think
When was the Wicked Blood?
that was the year before.
The year before.
Yes, year
So I
before.
can't even think of what was out in 2008.
Cars is 2006. Cars 2 is 2011. So
Yeah,
we're in the
Seasons.
middle.
Cars.
We're in the middle.
Javier Bardem, No Country for Old Men.
Alright, okay. Is that the same year
2008.
as Devil?
Yeah, is that that?
Wait, he's not in that. What year? 2007 or 8?
It'll be 2009
Yeah,
Oscars.
2009 Oscars.
Yeah, sorry.
But like, I think for a role to be nominated for a
Robert
superhero,
Downey Jr. Tropic Thunder.
He won, right? Did he?
No.
no,
No,
it's-
we're talking about Heath Ledger.
yeah.
Yeah, it was Heath Ledger.
Who's
Josh
on nominated?
Brolin, Milk. Robert Downey, Michael Shannon, Revolutionary Road, Philip Seymour Hoffman, Doubt.
He
Robert
probably,
Downey Jr.
he probably would have won. He
Yeah.
probably would have
You
won.
think so?
I probably would have won. I think he would have won. And
I'll
I
maybe
think
give you that one.
maybe I think if we are being cynical, his death cemented it.
Yeah.
But like, he's
Just know if you're going to win an Oscar,
You need to die.
Yeah.
you have to.
Yeah. You need to die for it.
But like, I do kind of think like to get nominated for a superhero film, you need to have the gravity that he had in that, or that Angela Bassett had.
Mhm.
But like, Rachel Brosnahan is fucking incredible in that film.
But also, she doesn't in the same vein. Like Heath Ledger gave himself over to the role completely.
Yeah.
She doesn't
Yeah,
have to.
transformed
She
himself
she
into the role.
is
Yeah.
Lois Lane.
Yeah.
Just normal.
Like I say,
Bodies are, but not
I don't.
takes it.
Like I say, I don't think necessarily a snub in the sense of like she was never going to get the shout for it.
Yeah.
But like, it's a
You just
performance
want
that
appreciation.
yes,
Yeah.
it's one of my favourite performances from last year. Maybe top 5 from last year for me performances. Genuinely, which was fantastic.
What was William H. Macy in Dreams?
Oh yeah.
Those guy.
Yeah, he was great.
William Macy.
He was great.
He was really. It was just nice. It was a night of
A really
really
nice
nice.
I'm trying to think
Yeah.
like what. I'm trying to think like in my head. I'm just kind of going through the Rolodex of films that came out last year to just sort of think. CM Punk and Zootopia 2, big snub.
Who's he? Zootopia?
What him and Roman Reigns were the Zebros.
Oh right, okay.
Probably got ones.
But yeah, I think no other choice. Massive snub there.
Yeah, definitely.
I liked the other guy in Begonia. I can't remember his name.
Oh yeah. We've been going through all the sun's went down.
Guy.
Yeah, the other is it?
I'm going to go now.
What's his name? Kyle. Is it Kyle?
I've went to put another light
It's
on.
his first film as well.
First film, he's great.
Yeah.
He is good.
He's great. I'm not saying it's a snub, but it's just a performance I really liked.
Right, and then we jump on to the actors now.
Jump on, yeah. We'll do actresses.
Yeah, because I think to me, like I say, I've not. I mean, I got 40 minutes into If I Had Legs today, and I had to switch it off because there was just so much going on, and it was. I had like something happened in my life, I'm not going to get into it, but I was just a little bit like, this is too much for me. I'm not doing this right now.
That's okay. That's
Thanks, Dad. But
If I had elongated legs.
if I had elongated legs, I
Are we
would.
reading these out, or do you want the standout?
Let's be real. My
That's
favourite.
Jessie Buckley.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah.
easy.
Yeah.
It's a lock. It's the biggest lock
Yeah.
for the best actress.
There was just
You've seen.
things through the film when I'm like it would like catch my breath.
Yeah.
Like seeing how she does that like inhaled scream when her son does die.
Yeah.
I was like,
It's
oh my
so
god.
visceral. It's like
And
gut
then
wrenching.
the other one was right at the end when she starts laughing,
Yeah.
thinking
Yeah.
about like all the work Paul Mescal's done, and I understand now. It
Yeah,
makes
and
sense.
I think like
I just thought,
I think as well the one for me is when she comes to the play, and the guy comes out and he's like, and I am Hamlet, and she starts screaming. She's like, don't you ever say his name.
Yeah.
Like that. But I'm just like, that's what I say. I think I think from what can only be described as the miscarriage fake out for the next that's dead. No, fair. Well, from what can only be described as a miscarriage fake out for the next hour, I was like either in active sobbing, shoulders going,
Yeah.
or I was just had a little tear
I was
coming.
just fighting it the whole film I say it all the time, but that wee needle drop with Max Richter. So
Yeah.
I lost it. I was like,
See, I saw people saying like that was like emotionally manipulative using that.
it is, but it is for me because I think of like Arrival.
Yeah.
And like
That's
I thought
it.
that's my soft
Example.
spot. And as soon as I had that, I was gone. I was like, I can't.
Yeah.
I'm thinking all things in my past. I was like, I can't.
And in terms of the other nominees,
Rose
I-
Byrne, Kate Hudson, sorry, Renate, and Emma Stone.
I think I watched Samsung Blue. It was fine. I thought, to be fair, Kate Hudson was really good in it.
Was it Oscar bait though?
It's not Oscar bait, but
No.
I don't even think it's an Oscar bait. Like
Yeah,
no
like-
harm to Kate Hudson.
No, like she is really good in it.
Watch us in a month. Kate Hudson, we're sitting like that. What a waste of time this was. Yeah.
No, I thought she was really good in it, but like,
With Brexit all like
We've just David Cameron resigned. We're done with no more
Probably the
podcasts.
independence referendum.
Aye.
I was sat in Buchanan bus station at like 4 in the morning
I was in
watching the results.
Uganda.
Why?
no context. Let it hang.
Okay.
Let it hang.
Come on, war crimes.
I climbed the train, I fell. No, they get the news so much later, and we all knew in advance. So the teachers, when we were there with the school, had to run to the bank and do the currency exchange before it tanked, and they did. They got the exchange in Paris. Right.
Can we talk more about Jesse Buckley?
Yeah, I think.
But yeah, Jesse Buckley. Yeah, that's what I was trying to explain there.
Yeah, that's how we got to Uganda.
Yeah, but I think like there's no one, like no one's gonna fucking touch Jesse Buckley, and it is a shame because obviously Renate's incredible.
I love Renate,
and I'll talk about this a little bit more when we get to Best Picture. Like Begonia wasn't my favourite. I thought Emma Stone was really good in it, but like I don't know, Begonia.
I saw better Emma Stones.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
and to me, Begonia, the biggest strength of Begonia is Jesse Plemons.
Plemons in score for me.
Yeah.
So I said it to my sister when I went to go see it. I knew what the film was going to be, so I said to her, I'm going to go in either as Emma Stone an alien or Chanel. I said I'm going to go in thinking she is one and see how it plays out, the dynamic.
Yeah.
And she thought the opposite. And then when it was then, surely people have saw it by now, obviously.
Apart from half the Academy.
Half the Academy maybe. But when it was then shown that she was an alien, I was like, yes, I feel vindicated.
I think I was enjoying it. I think that reveal took me out of it, and I think, and it's not necessarily the fault of the film. I think it's more necessarily down to the marketing. You can't I don't know. A lot of the marketing goes to like the whole this is like the danger of going down these like online grifter pipelines and believing all these conspiracy theories. And I don't think you can market the film of like the dangers of falling down these rabbit holes for them to be vindicated and proven right.
Yeah,
that's kind of was my sort
when
of.
she goes in the room, sees all the body parts and stuff. But then even straight after that, she is then an alien.
Yeah, and I think when that bit at the end, it just sort of like just took me out of it. But I
actually really enjoyed the ending. See where like the kind of song playing over and everyone's dying. And it's just the beats. And, I like that. But you're right though.
Yeah, I do think, but yeah, Jessie Buckley. It's never been clearer that Jessie Buckley's one.
She's old.
But as a lead actor, I'll go for this. I'll just say. And again, it's kind of down to what I said earlier. My favourite performance out of them all is probably Chalamet. I think there's one bit specifically that I think too, and it's the bit where towards the end when everything's gone wrong and he's like, "Oh, I've got another plan again after everything else hasn't worked," and she says to him, she's like, "Are you okay?" And he's like, "No, everything's going wrong, but it's fine. I've just got to lock in. Everything will be fine. Nothing's going right for me right now, but it'll start working soon." And that bit just, I don't know, it just...
Does that speak to you on a personal level?
Yes. Oh, are you okay? No, but I will be.
I think he
don't
makes
worry
a
about
different scene maybe when he wins the table tennis.
Yeah, that too.
See for
me,
me,
collapses.
Yeah.
See at the end when he's seen his child.
Yeah.
And he breaks down there.
I got
goosebumps.
If we're talking about
won the Oscar for that.
But and yeah, 100%. But the one that like I say, to me, I don't think he's got it won, but I do think it was my favourite.
I think he's locked in.
I
think it's more than Buckley.
No, I think I think
I'll die in the hill.
Buckley's like the biggest lockout with the band.
You're
I think
it's songs unbelievable. It was just
Kate Hudson non-stop.
Kate Hudson and the Suicide Squad.
Yeah. But I think this is Leo's. And I said it at the time. And I think
I can't. The film's not Leo's. It's not Leo's film.
No, I think. And listen, I'm not as thingy as I'm not as concrete on it. I think I've kind of been going back and forth between pretty much everything that's on that list for Best Actor, but I think it's Leo's, and I don't know. And again, we also kind of
is so much more memorable. You can remember so many specific scenes in the film.
I think, but I also kind of think we've been talking a lot about the big thing we need to consider is the Academy voter.
Mm-hmm.
The Academy voter
had it for so long, not.
But I think, but maybe on this, they're he was overlooked a bunch of times to the point that people call his one and only Oscar a fraudulent Oscar and a sympathy Oscar.
Yeah.
But now, he's put in this performance, I think the human factor of it, of people going, right, we can give him one that people aren't going to be fucking upset about, is going to carry in.
I would be upset. I think it's Chalamet's.
I've died on this. I went to go see Mark Supreme listening to his song with his D Kid. I went
Chalamet's stoked. Chalamet's my favourite out of them all.
Christmas Day.
I also think it's going to change down the line now, but I think in terms of promoting a film,
it's changed a lot.
Has put him on that path to winning the Oscar as well. Everything he done leading up to it.
It's changed the game.
Yeah, and like I say, for me, for me, he's my favourite. I'm completely up for him winning, but I don't know. There's just certain things that DiCaprio did throughout it. That, like when I left, I was like, oh, that's the winner.
Like the
Or
Yeah.
the whistle and
What does he
speaks in
say?
Spanish.
No,
Yeah,
Panama, para aquí,
Panama.
Panama.
and it's like even the little things that he does, like when Sensei screams like, "Get off your phone!" and he's oh fuck, like he's clearly not touching it. Yeah.
The loudest I've laughed watching a film with that.
Yeah.
No, my like, it's
Yeah.
so funny. So
Um,
funny.
So I think Leo, but I want Chalamet.
Yeah, so I would say Chalamet. I want Chalamet.
I was ecstatic seeing Ethan Hawke get nominated. I just didn't think it was going to happen.
I
was so happy.
like I kind of alluded to it earlier. I wasn't the biggest fan of him. I thought he was brilliant in it, and I liked what you said in your letterbox review. It does feel like a play.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like a sound.
Yeah,
on
it
the
does.
stage. Like I
It
said.
does feel like
It's
a
like
play.
one place.
It
Yeah.
was as well in a way.
6-7 characters.
Don't.
Had to do the setup.
What would you say though? See, in terms of Michael B. Jordan, like plays two roles.
Yeah, I
Do you
think.
like
Yeah.
is that an award
So
worthy?
I was talking about this to someone around at the time. Someone was like, "Do you think he's going to get nominated? And if so, what's it going to be for?"
Imagine.
And I was like, "Well, I guess it's kind of unprecedented because you're not specifically. I mean, you are nominated for a role, but it's not like they come out and it's like it's not. They're not going to be like, oh,
Smoke
Timothy.
and Stack have
Yeah,
been nominated.
But that's the thing. It's like
Who's
I was speaking to someone and being like, does he get nominated
Does
twice?
Yeah.
Again.
Well, like, what about Doctor Strangelove then, where he plays 3 roles?
For Peter Sellers.
He wasn't. He was just nominated for.
Yeah, Doctor Strangelove.
Mm. So that's
Was it just Doctor
I'm
Strangelove?
sure it was.
Was it, or was it
Yeah.
just his acting in the film?
No, I'm sure it was for
Yeah.
Doctors. Like,
But
I thought, did they put it down before, like, as a character?
because
I
that's the thing. Because
I
I
don't
was
know.
I was
Was
just
it not
you in
really-
the film.
Was it not like each role? in
Surely
the
it would just be you in the film.
film?
But maybe
Yeah.
I mean it might have been at the time, but now it's sort of, and maybe it's because no one doing multiple roles has been nominated. I'm not maybe since then, I don't know, but like in the way that when you look at it, it doesn't it doesn't like explicitly say like Mikey Madison nominated as Annie or whatever. It just says Mikey Madison nominated, but
Yeah,
like
I know that.
but it is.
Mm.
But it is for that, so there's going to be conflict in the is he nominated for both? Are we going to vote for him because he's now playing 2 roles where he's shown? Or
I
you
was
know,
like
it's
he's nominated because he's the focal point of Sinners.
So you're not
and Sinners has
nominated for a
that.
character, you're nominated for a performance. And there's
Yeah.
two, but if you've got 2
Yeah.
performances in that.
But that's the
performance,
thing. What? But it's best actor not leading role. There could be internal debates of what is the leading role in this.
Yeah.
Is he better as Smoke? Is he better as Stack? Is he better as Smoke?
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I don't see him winning it. And I kind of said this because when I saw it, I was completely blown away by it, and I said I'm fairly sure, like the first thing I said leaving One Battle, I was like the drywall in the B Jordan and Coogler household's gonna take a fucking beating the whole opening weekend of this film. Like,
When I left One
no-
Battle, I thought Sean Penn. Like that's what I
Oh,
left
yeah.
thinking
Yeah.
about.
but like I think like, and I kind of think it's, as we talked about, like this year being such a strong year for the Oscars, like those two and Marty Supreme are like runaways with most things most years.
Mhm.
And then they all drop together and everyone's like, oh fuck, where do we go?
Who did we pick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I even think about like last year. What was it last year with Honora? Is that right?
Yeah, it was last
Yeah.
year.
See, like if Killers of the Flower was that last year?
That was year
No,
before.
it was last year.
Killers of the Flower Moon's 23.
It was- yeah. See if that was last year.
24,
Killers of the Flower Moon.
Yeah.
Would that have won?
But
Probably,
I
it was in the
also-
same year as.
Because I also think, like, because for me, because Killers was Oppenheimer year.
It was Emma Stone, wasn't it?
It was 2003.
No, it was Emma Stone's year. She won for Poor Things.
Yeah, because
yeah.
it's that year, because that's the year with it's Poor Things, it's Oppenheimer, it's The Holdovers.
Yeah.
And I also think, like, you release The Holdovers a year later, that's Best Picture. Like, The Holdovers
You
is my
think so?
favourite. I think over Anora 100%.
Because it was between Murphy and Giamatti for Best Actor.
Giamatti won the Golden Globe, didn't he?
Yeah,
for
yeah.
comedy performance.
Yeah. But like I think you push that back again. It's one of those things. It's
Yeah.
like you
You
look
can't
at,
predict it.
Yeah, you need to look at the year that we're in. But I think like those are 3 of the strongest films in a while. And they all just happen to release within the same year.
And I said that at the start. I think it's been one of the best years for films.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
I just want to know, I'm talking about this mic and I might not be getting audio.
Yeah, no, it's like
It's
they're
coming
still
up.
picking up. So I think even though we've got
What?
these here, we'll
yeah.
It's got the setup.
yeah. So that's why I threw that in for backup. But
Yeah.
let's round this out as we cross the
Director.
80-minute mark.
I think what
I've-
you're going to kind of allude to is
Yeah, I think
Paul
with
Thomas.
that's what I was kind of saying earlier about like the writing. Like, I think it's what you said. 72% of
72% of
best pictures
directors
have
have
won
won
best
the right as well.
yeah, best director.
best director.
And there's instances where it's not been obviously. I think the kind of most prominent recent one is obviously La La Land, Moon Knight. I know of
Disgrace.
and maybe that's because
Absolute
maybe that's the most prominent
Because
because of,
one director and then Moon Knight won best picture.
And one
Yeah.
writing, did they not?
they won best director.
Yeah, I think it might have won.
I think he won
Best
writing, director, and lost picture.
Yeah,
That what would
I think so. But like in
farce.
but it's one of those ones that like you.
Have they go hand in hand in a way?
But like I can kind of see it because Moonlight's such like a sum of its parts, whereas like La La Land is. I don't want to say it's not. It's not.
Moonlight was, in
Like,
terms of culture, like things
yeah, and I think like,
importance to like.
but I think like as a like, I don't know how to say this without sounding like
upsetting me.
that too.
But
But
one upset Neil put it back on a different track.
but I kind of think like, Chazelle as a director is so incredibly like his direction of that film is so incredibly strong, less so than this is going to prove the point I can't even fucking remember who directed Moon
I'm
Knight off
right.
the top of my head.
I'm right.
Also, it's a shock that he didn't win it because, like, he won for directing but not best picture.
Yeah.
Because Hollywood loved movies about itself,
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's what La La Land is
but-
about.
but I kind of think, but like back to that, it's because the two are linked
Yeah.
so explicitly.
Yeah.
And I also think it then kind of, because there's only 5 direction nominees, isn't there?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
then that also then just, if you see your best picture, you've not got best direction, like, oh right, well, I'm going to go early then.
Chloe Zhao, Safdie, Mars Supreme, Joaquin Trier, Sentimental Value, Kugler of Sinners, Paul Thomas Anderson.
Yeah,
we're
it's
all-
It's got
it's-
PTA.
it's PTA.
You keep saying a lot about people eventually getting their flowers for maybe a film that's not the best.
Yeah.
I think Paul Thomas has worked up towards One Battle.
Do you think he's getting it for There Will Be Blood?
I think he's getting it for One Battle. I honestly think it's that good. I've
Yeah, I
watched
think
There Will Be
One
Blood
Battle's
multiple times.
fantastic.
I've watched it multiple times, but
It comes back to the Scorsese point, like you
I
said
know
with
with Departed.
Like Departed was like, oh,
Yeah.
we fucked up.
Like, the Departed,
The Departed was so good.
the Departed
It's
is
so good,
fantastic.
But not.
But it's
I
not.
know
It's because it's not
yeah.
Scorsese's best. Like you think,
Yeah,
your mind automatically goes to like you should win for your best.
You could
picture.
tell that they absolutely knew that because they had all those pals come out
Yeah.
as well. Was
Yeah.
it Coppola and Spielberg
Mhm.
come out?
yeah.
And
And
who else is it going to be?
Like who's
Yeah.
sitting on like
Can you
the
imagine
edge of
they
the
lost it?
Yeah.
You know what? With the, my
But it
pals
is-
are
You invited on my mates and you just
Oh, my
showers
God.
are here. I know.
But like, I don't know, I think, and again, that's what I'm kind of saying, like, in the years where it's not the same, you can kind of see that because the spin that the directors put on their film might be stronger in the film that wins opposed to when it doesn't win the best picture. But I think in this, and I'm just going to say what I think is going to win best picture, I think that's also One Battle. I think
One
that's,
Battle from me.
yeah, I think that's
Yeah,
taken both fairly handily.
Is that your like shout or is that
That's
like,
what
One Battle was.
So-
I'm locked in for One Battle. I said
Yeah.
it the minute I watched it.
Yeah,
I just
and-
thought this
And
is it.
again, and back to kind of what I said about Chalamet, and I said it as well, March Supreme is my favourite film of last year. One Battle is the best film from last year for me.
Yeah, I'll go along with that.
And like, and it's, I've said it, what do you mean if it's not if it's your favourite, how is it not the best? I'm like, well, I can,
The two at the start.
yeah, like I can think critically and I can understand that.
There's a lot of blue lights outside.
Moving on. That's for me. Still listening.
But it's just the
My sad have
drug
got
use.
me.
Yeah, this is all a setup for
Yes,
you
they've
to
got me.
admit to.
You have to do everything we ask or we'll tell the world.
Nice offer me 40 grand.
I'd take
Yeah, it was 200 grand a year for an IC.
Well, yeah, I think overall, this is one of the strongest Oscars in a good while for me
Yeah.
as well.
I will say, like, and I know, and again, I mean, listen, fucking F1, what are you doing there, brother? What are you doing there?
What you say?
F1, what are you doing there?
F1, oh,
I will
no,
say so.
absolutely.
My,
I looked over there, I was
I-
like,
I was
look, I was doing a piece to camera.
Yeah,
But I will say my main takeaway is my letterbox.
no other
review.
choice being snubbed best picture.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
my main takeaway from F1 and it is exactly this is my letterbox review. Word for word is just cliff booths everywhere for those with eyes to see them.
Oh, car stop, car crash, crash car,
Yeah.
Crash car, we win.
Yeah. No, I think. Oh, actually, I just remember one of my snubs. Can't remember how it just came to my head. Again, I don't know if he necessarily would have got nominated,
Superman.
David Johnson. David Johnson, The Long Walk was fucking incredible.
I hated them all.
I really enjoyed it.
I thought it was the same again, of like, oh, we walk, and the fattest guy in the fucking jeans walks the furthest enough. I just didn't get it.
He's got deceptive.
He was the
fits.
least fittest
Yeah.
person there.
That's like me at 5. So like I'm fit, and then you get me.
Who's in
like,
your team? Like, guy with the jeans on.
Aye. I just don't run at 5, so I'm not a runner.
Guy with the jeans and the boots on. Oh my god.
Aye. But no, I think like it's, and as we've been saying, it's such a strong year. That best
Yeah.
picture field for the most part to me is perfect. I think there are two that I would swap out, and again, one would be Begonia because the ending took me so much out of it.
Mhm.
I swap that out for, I don't know, maybe Wake Up Dead Man, I guess.
Maybe no other choice for me if you had to
And
swap
then,
them.
but then I'm also saying, but F1's going as well. No other choices are there.
Oh yeah, easy.
Yeah. So if I'm taking those two out, no other choice goes in, and I'd probably say Wake Up Dead Man.
Mhm.
So I thought I really enjoyed that. But yeah, I think again, my favourite in terms of the films is Marty Supreme, but it's One Battle. One Battle's got it.
It's one battle for me.
I just got it wrapped.
It's one of my favourite experiences in the cinema.
Yeah.
Just everything about it.
It's the best film of last year. It's not my favourite. Martin Spade's favourite, but
You think so?
yeah,
I was taught. I went home watching Mark Supreme and said straight away, I'm putting on One Battle because I was worried. Is it Chalamet's? Is it going to be maybe DiCaprio's as well?
Yeah.
And then I watched it, I was like, this is the best film.
Yeah, like I say, for me, my top 5 of last year is it's Marty Supreme, it's One Battle, it's Sinners, it's Superman, and then it's Hamlet. Would be my top 5.
Mine's
I
was,
really loved Superman. That was my. I
Superman's great.
fucking adored
It
it.
got a lot of hate because
Yeah.
it's like silly, but like,
Yeah, it's a
I really enjoyed it.
Superman.
yeah, I really enjoyed it. I thought Superman was brilliant. My top 5, like, ranked, would be One Battle, like, at sentimental value. I think for me, like,
you rate
just
that quite highly though.
how much I
Yeah.
just loved it. Thinking about it after it, I thought less about Mark Supreme and just more about Chalamet.
Yeah. Did you cry during Sentiment Value?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just everything about the whole lead up to it, the
Yeah,
ending of it. The
It was the last scene got it for me.
last scene just set me.
Yeah.
Just absolutely set me. I was
It's
like,
your personal connection to films as well. It's not
Yeah.
just a thing you can.
100%.
It's not. It's the subjectivity of it.
Yeah.
Like if I
Weapons was high for me for a while as well, but I think No Other Choice was like 4th favourite of the year.
Yeah.
I just loved it that much.
if I was going to deep it, I'd have Hamlet. I don't know if I could pick between the three, between Smart Supreme, One
so.
Battle, and Hamlet, just because like I'm a dad, like
Yeah.
and that just hits me
Yeah.
right there, man.
Yeah.
And it's something that I don't know.
It's just
And-
like being a dad, like to
Yeah.
understand One Battle.
Oh,
do you know what I mean?
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
DiCaprio,
Yeah,
what he's
yeah.
doing.
And I think
Things like
on a similar, you obviously need to talk about your personal experience with that. Maybe a reason I've ranked Superman so high is we see the death of Benjamin Netanyahu.
Alive.
And that's why I'm so attached and I was crying my eyes out when I watched Badlands because.
I was going to say when she drops Netanyahu at the sky.
No.
You're like, this is fucking gorgeous!
See when he gets spat on by the wee guy.
And you're like, I love getting spit on, this is for me.
Aye, this is my kind of film.
Yeah.
Yeah, going back to Badlands, I cried when I first saw that Elfan didn't have the bottom half of my
Yeah.
body.
And how did that make you feel, brother? Were you upset by that?
Welcome to the pod.
What's his name?
I've got a Bible verse for you.
Oh, box of the cab. How did that make you feel,
Pedro
brother?
Kishina, 28.
It's the one that Europe bros have got. He's like, Johnny, tell me this. He says he's been seen in Sheffield. See, when I dealt with he got dealt with. Do you not believe he got dealt with?
It's the Bible verse in his
When the
podcast.
dog barks when the cat up, you'll never reach your destination.
If you stop it, if
What
you
does
stop
that
along
mean?
the
Aye.
way, you clap
But
it.
then I asked him to explain it and he just recites it
Aye.
one for it again.
He also
How did that
quotes,
make you feel, brother?
he quotes Winston Churchill as like Jesus Christ. It's phenomenal.
Anyway,
Anyway,
as we cross the 90-minute mark, thank you if you've made it this
Slow
far. We've been having fun. We'll be doing more of these.
happily.
Yeah, as soon as we find
We'll
out
do-
a name.
Next year.
Have a great thing.
Just do it once a year.
Yeah, we'll come back to you.
We'll do it. Yeah.
Depending on how well this does, we make back like every what.
I think I'll every day.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
We
That's
could do one a month.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, one every
to that.
every
Yeah.
2 weeks.
We could go about. I think you've done it on your TikTok as well about like upcoming films.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
what
that's
you're
what I'm saying. I
looking forward to and
was
stuff like that.
going to possibly posit the idea of doing 2 today and talking about what we're most excited for this year, but we have run for 90 minutes on this, so I don't think we'll have the time for that. But yeah, maybe once a month, maybe once a fortnight, we'll work it out. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like the video and subscribe.
Smash that like button.
Smash the like button, guys.
Like
Drop
and
your
subscribe.
comments. But no, we will be back to talk more
If
nonsense.
you still
about
get
films.
right to the end, though, I would say definitely follow Kieran on Instagram. Kieran at the movies.
Kieran movies.
He's on and up. I'm really proud of him for everything that he's done for film.
Thanks very much. Nice. How long have you been?
Of course, you as well with your TikToks.
My tickers.
Was it Jake Talks?
Jake Talks films.
Jake Talks
Or Jake Talks nonsense. Sorry, Jake Talks.
I need to
films,
make
my
one.
letterbox.
You talk. You're at the films. What am I? Aiden thinks about films. Aiden
mulls over
Aiden
films.
Aiden ponders on
bedroom.
Aiden ponders.
Aiden ponders on the cut couch about cinema.
Aiden cunts.
It's nice and snappy.
Jake's social media
It's
pages.
on the note. It's on the
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can sell that.
Put it on a t-shirt.
See, I think about what's the Boogie Nights. See when he's trying to think his name,
Yeah.
like Dick Dangler, whatever it is, Dirk Diggler.
That's
That was in my head straight away. Dirk Diggler is just
I'll tell you what, it's a Dangler. I'll tell you what,
Barf Dangler.
That's my Instagram handle.
That could be my
No, I'm not accused of that.
Oh,
Not a cold rainy night stoke.
Dick hanging over the edge at most. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you next time.
thank you. Have a good day.